Welcome back, everybody, to the continuation of our Let's Play of Space Exploration Krastorio 2. It's still on my tongue. Nevertheless, I did the thing I promised to do last time around. We did talk a little bit about how to set up a rocket logistic automation, and this is going to be how we are going to be doing it. All the points we've talked about the last time are in this small design. Oh, wait, there's one thing missing over here, and that is you. There we go. All the points that we talked about are in this design, and the most important thing is this design over here is stackable. I wanted something that is stackable so that we can have multiples of these. But for now, let's focus on this thing and this thing alone. I've already made a blueprint out of this in my save game. I will probably copy the blueprint string for this thing around so you can check it out for yourself. Nevertheless, what does this thing do? So, first of all, we are connected over here to the space platform cargo hold, which means we already get all the signals out of here that we have in space. We then negate these signals and offset them with whatever we want to have in space. All of these constant combinators, all of them, are meant to be there to set up items we want to put into the rocket at some point in time. Yet again, we're going to do this by the example of processing units and stuff like that. We want to have, for example, 500 of these. 1,000 rocket fuel, if I can find rocket fuel in here. There we go. 1,000 of these. And we also need some stone in there, 500 stone. That will just be the primary example. Good. So everything that we have in space that will be a negative value, we offset that by the stuff that we want to have in space. If we have less in space than we want to have in space, we will result in a positive value coming out of here. And then we just filter out all the positive values because we don't really want to deal with all the negative values over there. They're only going to mess up things over here if we are not careful. Then, on the other side, we got a rocket over here. The rocket contents we are going to be negating because we always want to know what we have in the rocket. That will then be subtracted by the things we want to put into the rocket. And if that signal is positive, that means we can put it in here and we can set it up for requests. Let's set this up real quick and we will see that for now, this thing is actually not requesting anything in terms of... oh, we do have to set this up for rocket fuel as well. I just noticed. That this thing over here will not be requesting anything. Wait a minute. Oh, I see what we did wrong over here. Yeah, it is requesting rocket fuel and stuff like that. But I don't want it to request rocket fuel over here yet. I only want these requests to go through if the rocket is ready. I think we need to switch these two around. There we go. You need to be there, and you need to be there. Because this one over there, that's a very special combinator. Well, not really a very special combinator, but it is using a very special signal, and that signal is the rocket ready signal. So let's just turn these around real quick. That is stuff coming from the rocket that will be negated. That we will only pass through if the rocket signal is ready. You come from over there. Here we go, and now I've actually run out of wire. Okay, I can make some. Perfect. And then we combine you up. And now we have one issue over here, and that issue is we do not know when the rocket signal is ready. We can use this wire for this one. There we go. Good. Yeah, that's better, I guess. It's still requesting rocket fuel for whatever reason. Let's put up a debug poll real quick. The debug poll is always very good to have to check what we have going on in signals. And what's coming out over here? Nothing is coming out over here. That's perfect. That's actually exactly what we want. We don't want anything to come out over here. But why are you then still requesting rocket fuel? I can't delete it. You're still requesting 17 rocket fuel coming from somewhere. Okay, let's debug this a little bit more. It should be fine. Also, kind of curious to see that you're not setting up the filters over there. That's not good. You should be setting up filters as well. But there we go. That should work. So what's happening right now is we got two distinct different types of loading. We got one over here that is cargo rocket parts and space capture parts. And that is just to build the rocket over here. And he is requesting more rocket parts, and he's not getting any rocket parts because these chests over here have not been turned into passive providers yet. So let's do that real quick. There we go. And the same is true for the rocket over here, or the part over there. We need to put you into a chest somehow. We don't have space for that. Well, we could get rid of this thing over here. You know what? Let's get rid of this thing. It's not required anymore. At least it's not required for now anymore. Maybe later we need it again. If we need it again later, we just rebuild it later. There we go. There we go. We do need a roll port over there. There we go. Place that over there. It'll be fine. Good. So, our silo over there is now requesting rocket parts. And every cargo rocket silo over here has a very special signal. If we go into the cargo rocket informatron thingy over here, all the way at the end, you will find a list of signals. This thing emits output signals. And one of them is the cargo rocket signal. If the rocket is complete, example, it is fully assembled, then that will send out a positive signal. Let's just wait for this to happen. There we go. So now the rocket is there. So if the rocket is fully assembled, this signal over here will now be positive, which means that we will now be ordering up more stuff. We are still ordering up ludicrous amounts of space capsules. And we're still ordering up ludicrous amounts of everything. I think we've got some signal duplication in here. Or some kind of feedback loop. Why, how the hell are we ordering up 649 cargo rocket parts? I think this is... something is wrong. Something is terribly, terribly wrong. Let's go to the levels again, shall we? So this thing over here has an output signal of 184 cargo rocket parts. That is true because that is the amount of cargo rocket parts that are in there as a negative value. Oh, I see what's going wrong over here. The thing that's negating is actually not negating. There we go. It's still not negating. Because I'm using the wrong kind of combinator over here. Yeah, see? If you if you use the wrong kind of combinator, things will go bad. Things will go very, very bad. We should have these combinators in storage. Let's get ourselves some copper plate over here so we can make some more cables and stuff like that. There we go. Good. Yeah. No wonder things are not working if you just combine the wrong stuff together. Now we have to check this whole thing again. Dang it. Okay, but then at least we can set up the wires from the get-go. Let me just remove these wires again so that we can do the last bit of wiring together. Here we go. Pick up this thing. Pick up that thing. Okay, now there's no wires attached to this whole thing. So we can check it one more time. So what do we want to do? Over here, we have the signal amount that we want to have into the rocket. We have to offset that with the amount of stuff that is in the rocket. So we take a signal wire from the rocket into this negator over here, and then we get the negative value of the stuff that is in the rocket. We only want to load stuff into the rocket if the rocket is ready. So if we get a signal coming from the rocket over here, and that is probably also the thing that is messing up with us, because this is signal duplication over here. So this actually does have to be the other way around again. There we go, and then place it there. Because we only want to pass through the signals coming from the rocket if the rocket is ready. If the rocket is not ready, we do not care what's in the rocket. We only want to know what's in the rocket once the whole thing is ready. And then we combine this up with the negation unit. And then we know the rocket is ready. So we pass the signal through. Over here, we get the negative amount of stuff that is in the rocket. And then we combine that up with the stuff that we want to load into the rocket, which is this. And then we hook it up over there. And then we will see nothing is requested because this rocket is a little bit overloaded. Just a tiny smidge. Let me put down the passive provider chest over here real quick so I can get these rocket parts out. We don't need this many rocket parts in there. And I will probably need a couple more of these. There we go. Here we go. Put it all in. Put it all in. That was the wrong button, but sure. There we go. Just a temporary buffer over there. Good, and we're still not requesting anything. So this part over here is working. However, there is this very special part at the beginning. We do need to assemble the rocket, and if we want to assemble the rocket, we do need to know what's in the rocket, and we need to offset that with the amount that is being requested. So what we need over here is we need to know what's in the rocket, negated, and this stuff over here is what we want to request out of that. And that goes into the air, and that is still a 0 request because we already have our 100 rocket parts over here. We already have the space capsule in there. Let's also take these space capsules out. Let's put them over there. So nothing is being requested, and everything is perfectly fine. There we go. That's how it should be. Perfect. And now the whole thing is set up correctly. Now, rocket fuel is still a thing we need to put in. As you can see, we have a bit of a pass-through pipe over here. And we will probably make some rocket fuel over here, some liquid rocket fuel, and just start pushing it in through the pipe. But let's maybe start off with some passive providers for the items over here. Like you. Like everything we used to push into the rocket will now just go to a passive provider over here. There we go. Even the copper plates. Can I make some more passives? Yes, I can. Good. And then take away this part, that part, and these parts. Nope. Plastic over here also wants to go in, as does red circuits. There we go. And then we just start filling up these chests over here. Actually, you need to be a red one. There we go. There we go. Just fill her up. I think we already have like fill up chests for these somewhere else, but if we have like a couple more of these, that'll be fine. That will be absolutely fine. We also don't need these anymore. Those can be picked up. Good. So stuff will be picked up from over there, and we can now request it over here if we need to. So we only have a little bit of a request in here for things like processing units, solid rocket fuel, and stone. Let's have a look. How many processing units do we have in space? In space, we have 1,000 processing units, so those will not be called up anymore. I did have to shoot the rocket over here up because I just didn't want to waste the stuff that we used to assemble the rocket. So there is already an extra stuff in space available. But there's probably stuff missing. Let's have a look. What's missing. Here we go. It's not overloaded yet. Perfect. This over here is also working as expected. Excellent. Big electric motors. We don't have a lot of steel. I can already tell you, steel is one of those things that we probably need a little bit more in space. So let's go with steel next. We could order this. I will probably at some point order this, but let's put steel all the way over here. Steel plate. At any given time, I want to have 1,000 steel plate in space. So we put 1,000 here. This one is now starting to order up 1,000 steel plate because we don't have 1,000 steel plate in space. That stuff is now coming from over there. It will be put in over here and then loaded into the rocket. And we will be able to see that it will start to order less and less steel plate because we will be ordering more and more into the rocket. That said, we would do that if we actually connect these filter inserters into the system, else nothing will be put in. But you can see over here, there we go. Nothing is ordered up anymore. But we now do have the issue that we have extra steel plate in here. And that's not good. Is there 1,000 steel plate in here? No, there's 510 in here. And there is 520 in there. So how did this manage to stop itself? Because the steel signal is also going through this one. And that is negating us. Here we go. If we do it like this, at least we will get all the steel in. We will probably leave probably a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's something that will happen because of latency of bots that will bring us stuff. That's nothing much we can do about. And then we have to check this again. It would probably be way easier to just have a dedicated requested chest over here for the rocket parts and stuff like that, so that we don't need to deal with that. But I kind of want to deal with that in one big chest over here. So the easiest way to do this is just to do it the following way. Let's get rid of this. We're going to take my 2 decider combinators. There we go. Then we're going to need the constant combinator. And then the arithmetic combinator. This thing over there will only allow through cargo rocket parts. Here we go. If cargo rocket parts is larger... No, we do this with arithmetics once. There we go. Input signal is going to be cargo rocket parts multiplied by 1. Output cargo rocket parts. And this thing over there will be you and you. There we go. And then we wire this up. There we go. So now we filter out only the cargo rocket parts and the space capture parts. Then we will negate these and offset them with what we want. And that will be you. Cargo rocket parts. There we go. 100. And space capsule parts. That will be 1. There we go. Offset that, go in there, and then go down there. And then this is not an issue anymore. Good. A little bit more logic on this side, but that will be fine. That will work. So we filter out the signal for the space capsule. We filter out the signal for the cargo rocket parts. We negate that information, offset that by the amount that we want in there. And then we always put that in there, no matter what. Good. Let's have a look. What else do we need in space? We need things like copper plate. I think copper plate is empty. No, copper plate is not empty. What happened to copper plate? We never hooked up copper plate. That's what happened to copper plate. We never did that. That's good to know. And copper plate, what do we need copper plate for? Is that for the space pipe? I think copper plate is what we need for the space pipe. Yep, that's what we need for the space pipe. Can we set up a way over here where we can get copper plate out somehow? It's a bit tight again. It's very tight over here again. What we could do, and I don't have that on me, I think. Yeah, we could just set up a buffer chest or something like that to get copper plate over there. But there's definitely copper plate missing over here. And there's definitely space belt missing for that. For this we need more steel. Well, the steel is currently not available. But we do need some copper over here somehow. Well, worst case scenario. That works. That just works. Place one of these down real quick. Thank you. And you are going to be set to copper plate. There we go. And then there we go. So that will be done at some point in time. At least then we can continue making space pipe. This machine over here is missing LDS. Perfect. Let's do LDS next. So, how much LDS do we want in space? Probably also a bit. Low density structures. Those we will find over there. Let's go with 1,000. Good. They will then be ordered up. 1,000 low density structures. Now we can check again if everything is working as expected. They should be coming from this chest over here. Do we even have the one over there? Where? Oh, that stops over there. I see where it stops. You can put that into there, put that into there, have fun with that. There we go. They will probably also be coming in from somewhere else. It doesn't really matter. That belt over there looks a bit sketchy. But now we can order up low density structures. They will be brought in over here, and then we can send off the rocket. Speaking of sending off the rocket, that's the most important part. When do we send off the rocket? We need a little bit of logic that tells us when the rocket will be ready for shooting off. And where do we place that logic? We have a little bit of space left over here. We could go for that. The logic is going to be, we do have, if we have a look at the cargo rocket details over here, we do have a fullness signal, like how many slots are full or how many slots are empty. And we do have the option to send a signal over here to send the rocket off. What we could do is do the following. I need the combinator. Where are my combinators? I need the decider combinator for this one. This time, actually, a decider combinator. There we go. The condition will be if everything... That will not work. That will not work like that. Unless we take the signal over there. Yeah, we can't take the signal over there. Can we take the signal over there? No, we need the signal over here. Hmm. The thing is, I want to detect, well, if everything is above, yeah, that's the thing. If all the input signals meet the condition, it will output true. It is true when there's no input. So if every signal is negative, yeah, that works. If every signal is negative, we put out the green tick mark. So we could do the following. Hook this up. Currently, it's putting out the green tick mark because nothing is being requested. And that's good. And then we're going to put down a second combinator. That will be U. And over here, we're going to check which signal is going to be, the E signal or the F signal? Empty slots, full slots, the F signal. If F is larger than, say, how many slots does this thing have? 500? 500. If the rocket is fuller than at least 50%, then we're going to give it a green tick as well. And then we have one more decided combinator over here. That will be this one. If we have both green ticks, so if it's larger or equal than 2, if it's both true, then we'll send out a green signal. Good. So this is more or less our launch condition. We want to check if there's no more requests. If there's no more requests, then we are good to go. Or option 2, and we can use the red wire for this one. Can we use the red wire for this one? No, because we filter over there. We can use the green wire for this one. Or if the rocket is more than 50% full, we can already see over here the full signal is at 98, the empty signal is at 402. Also don't zoom in too much on these green ticks; they get a little bit funky. There we go. Good. And then we just need to wire this back. I guess we can use the red signal for that. There we go. Good. And then we can set it up like this. So our destination is going to be the Novice orbital planet. The trigger will be launch on green signal or when the cargo is full. So either the rocket is completely full and we still have requests open, then we're going to send it off, or we have no more requests open and the rocket is at least 50% full, then we're also going to send it off. There we go. And that should do it for rocket platform automation. Now, the only thing we need to do over here, of course, is order up more stuff. We'll probably see the rocket fly away once we order up whatever is missing in space at the moment. So let's have a quick peek. What are we missing? Mostly. For example, what are we missing to make more of these? That's mostly steel. Red circuits. Are we out of red circuits? I think you never got any red circuits. No, you never got any red circuits because we never set it up. Ah, I'm terrible. That is just oof. If we move you over by 1, we move you over by 1, we move this over by that, then we have a bit of space left over there. Perfect. And then, do we have a couple of these? We do. Perfect. This thing over there will be red circuits. If we can find them. There we go. There they are. Pick it up again. Place it down again. Now it's red circuits. We need a little bit of space platform over there. There we go. There we go. Good. And then you can start making that. You need steel. You need steel. Everybody needs steel. Steel gear wheels. You need steel gear wheels. They are coming from over there. I see. For that, you need more steel. I think you need one of these. That will be fine. Inserts and stuff like that. We could bring them inserts and stuff like that. Some basic materials. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Where are they? Where are they? They're over here. So you need at least like 200 of these. You're gonna need like fast inserters. Fast inserters we actually need a couple more of, but let's order up 200 as well, because fast inserters are also required for things like the assembly machine, the space assembly machine. That is over here. Yeah, we need like 8 of them every now and then. And they should be ordered up. Yes, they are being ordered up. Good. What else do we need in space? Normal power poles is also a thing we need, even though we don't use them as much right now. We will need them later on. Substations, I think, are better. Oh, there's substation Mark II. Ooh. Let's skip on that for now. There's a whole bunch of automation that we still need to do. Lamps. We definitely need lamps in space. Yeah, 2 lamps. There we go. I just want to see this rocket over here fly away. That's my only opinion. But that will still take a while because, yeah, we're not even that full. Good. Well then there's only one thing to do, and that's gonna take some time. That will be me sitting over here, figuring out every recipe we need in space, and starting to request stuff over here. So let's do like a couple more, and then we're gonna be good. Things we need in space: sulfur. We definitely need things like sulfur in space and plastic. So how about for now, keep 1,000 of this. We definitely need plastic in space. Keep 1,000 of this. Water ice. We don't need it yet, but we will need it in the future. I'm pretty sure we need glass in space, but I'm not quite sure if we need glass in space right now, looking at the machines that we have in front of us. Yeah, you're set up correctly. And heat shields. Heat shields definitely is the thing we need. Big electric motors and stuff like that. Let's just put them all in. You over there, you're going to be big electric motors. Like 1,000 heat shields. Those should be over here as well somewhere. I think these are over here. There they are. 1,000 heat shields. We need small motors as well. And I have 1,000 of these. And you can already see that this will probably be... Yeah, that's 20 stacks. It will probably already fill up the space depot quite fast. Yeah, but this seems to be working fine. Lamps. Wait. Excuse me. Lamps. Then we have lamps in the network. We are making lamps over there. There's 500 lamps over there. Oh, you know what? There's probably enough lamps in space. So we don't need to check on that. There we go. Here we go. Good. Yeah, but you can already see this happening over here. This is something we can't really do much about. That's just how it's going to be. From every item we put into this thing, we will always have like a little bit of this remnants in there. Usually it's not that big of an issue, but sometimes it can be a bit weird. Just keep that in mind. That can happen sometimes. Good. What else do we need in space? I saw a whole bunch of things we need to do in space. One of them was, for example, the setup of... Oh, you know what we need in space? Definitely a lot. Like a lot. Where are they? Lubricant barrels. Bring me like 100 of them. That will fill the stacks up over here quite fast. Here we go. Good. That's 105 space barrels, and there's then like another 28 in there. Interesting that they always bring in like 28 of them extra. It must be like a couple of bots that come in late with some stuff on them. It's always like a power of 7 or a sub power of 7. So I guess it's just some extra bots flying in, and they go like, "Oh, you're already done? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, here you go." Good. What we could do, just to check if everything's working as intended, let's set this to 100. Oh, we're missing rocket fuel. The green signal is going out. But yeah, we're missing rocket fuel. And for that, we need to make a little rocket fuel place over here. There we go. I kind of forgot about that. But that's not that big of an issue. We're going to just make like one over there. One over there. One over there. One over there. Good. Actually, over there. And let's do it like this. Here we go. And you might think, wait, why are we leaving space over there? We do have one beacon, and I'm kind of thinking of maybe beaconing the rocket fuel. Because we're not really making ludicrous amounts of rocket fuel yet. And we might want to do something about that rocket fuel. Good God, where's it going? Well, we just add to the spaghetti, I guess. There we go. Here we go. That works. And then we go this way, that way, this way, and way. Here we go. And then you over there. Perfect. And then we just need some power, like one over there, and one over there. And then very important, some lamps. Always bring yourself some lamps. Good. And they're probably not finding these machines in the system, so let's just deconstruct these. And then they should be able to find everything we need over here. Yeah, we have one beacon. Do I have it on me? I think I picked it up at some point in time. It might still be in space. That will be a little bit stupid if it's still in space. But we do have a single beacon, and we could maybe think about setting this thing up over here to make rocket fuel a little bit more efficient. But this one is now slowly filling up, and with this, the rocket automation should be done, and I'm a little bit over my time of my episode, but so be it. That does happen from time to time, because this game is just so much fun. Perfect. So, if you have any more questions about this, feel free to put it in the comment section. I will try to answer everything you need to know. Keep in mind that I am batch recording these episodes, and if you want a video response of that, it will probably take you a while before you get there. Nevertheless, thank you so much for today. If you do like what you see, please do leave a like, a follow, a comment, a subscription. Every one of those actions does help me out in growing this YouTube channel into something bloody amazing. And if you want to see more of me on Twitch, I'm also on twitch.tv/BoldViking, where we do even more automation games, Rimworld, GTFO, a whole bunch of different things. So check me out over there as well. And without further ado, I wish you all an amazing evening, and until next time, see you around!